I think that there's a limit where money doesn't make you happy, but it is nice to have. And this idea that, there is a new generation of people coming up where fulfillment is the main thing, which I understand, and that's good. But I also think at the end of the day, like, we shouldn't lie about the fact that, like, being, working and, like, getting the benefits of earning a living that you can be comfortable with is good. And you're not always going to be happy all the time. Not every job you have, you're not going to love, right? So I think a lot of the young kids coming up right now are like, I need to be inspired at every moment of the day, or I need to be really, and it's like there's a lot of shit jobs that you do and you don't realize why you do them until you get to the next thing. And then you go, oh, I learned something in that job that I didn't realize I needed.
Well, money doesn't make you happy, but it does relieve desperation. And desperation makes you sad.
That's true.
That the desperation, the desperation of not knowing if you're going to be able to pay your bills and that pressure and stress of it. I clearly remember when I got my first development deal, and I got money in the bank, and I just like, whew, it was like a weight, like a physical weight had lifted off my shoulders. Because for the first time in my life, I didn't worry about how I was going to pay the rent. And that was interesting because I was like, that is
What year was that?
93.
And that was the first time you took a breath.
Yeah. I was like, wow, this is what this feels like.
It's hard, especially with comedy, because when you start, there's not a lot of money for a while.
No, you're barely getting by. You got no health insurance. You're getting a couple $100 here, a couple $100 there. You're trying to scratch together a living, pay your rent, pay your bills, pay your gas bill.
Yeah.
And when you get done, with the week and you pay all the stuff, you don't have anything left. And that's how you're living. You're living hand to mouth.
Yeah.
And you're always wondering, like, am I going to fill my books so I can get enough road work so I can pay everything? And, you don't know where it's going to go. And then getting a big check. I got a big check from Disney, of all people. And I started going to restaurants and I was eating nice. And I was like, this isn't. My manager actually thought I had a gambling problem.
Yeah. Because he saw what you were spending?
Yeah. Like, no, I'm eating out.
Right.
I'm having lobster.
Yeah. It's interesting when you transition from being anxious about that stuff to at least taking a breath and going.
Yeah. It's a huge advantage.
Yeah, it's a big advantage. You can focus more on being creative.
But the hunger
is good too.
Yeah, the hunger of not knowing where you're going and what's going to happen, that fuels people. But it doesn't fuel everybody. Some people don't have the constitution for it, and it fucks them up.
Yeah.